Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. This is Moyna Bass Fishes. I am Jim Moyna, professional bass fisherman. This video is going to be talking about Lake of the Ozarks. Why am I here at Lake of the Ozarks? Yes, I am. When you see me filming from inside my camper at night, that means I'm on the road. I'm practice fishing or tournament fishing, one of the two, but I'm on the road. I'm at Lake of the Ozarks. And I'm here for the MLF Toyota Series tournament that will be coming up here starting on Thursday, this coming Thursday. So why am I here? This is like the Plains division. I haven't done any Plains division. Well, in the Toyota Series, to make their championship, they have something called the wild card division. So that's why I'm here. I'm trying to qualify for their Toyota Series Championship through a wild card entry. Why is that? That is because in the division that I did do, all three of the tournaments, which was the Southwest Division, we had all three of those tournaments earlier this year. We had Lake Eufaula, we had Sam Rayburn, and we had Toledo Bend. I didn't do very good. So I didn't make the top 25 in that Southwest Division to make the championship through that route. So that's the number one route you try to go for, is finishing top 25 in the points in the division that you do. I didn't get it done. So I also went to Smith Lake, which is like in the Central or Southern Division, trying to pick up a wild card, some wild card points there. That was like back in May, and that was a horrible tournament for me. Terrible. So my goal, one of my goals this year, was to make the Toyota Series Championship. So I'm sticking to that goal. I'm not giving up on it like I did last year. I could have done this last year too. But I didn't. I just kind of gave up on it. Well, I'm not going to give up on it this year. I've already invested some money into the series. What I have to do here is just have a top 50 finish. 50th place or better. And that should be enough points to qualify for the championship. So what they do is, with the wild card division, if you fish 4 or more tournaments, so 3 in one division and then one just random one somewhere, they'll take your best 3. And they put all the people that do that fish like 4 tournaments, 3 in one division and 1 somewhere else, they take all these guys and put them in one wild card points division. And you have to be in the top 25 in that. So this is the very last Toyota Series tournament out of any division, very last one. So currently I'm actually in 20th place with the points I do have. However, I don't expect that to hold up. So one of my tournaments that I'm counting for that 20th place points position right now, one of my 3 tournaments that I'm counting is like a 70-something place finish. So that's why if I can make like a 50th place or better here, I'm going to be picking up another 20 plus points minimum. If I'm 50th place, it'll be like 25 more points on top of what I got now. And I'm feeling like that should be enough to hold me in the top 25. Because right now, I'm sitting 20th place, but there's going to be a lot of guys coming to this last tournament looking to get their wild card entry. So where I'm sitting at 20th right now, that's probably not going to hold up. That's why I'm here. I'm here to get a 50th place or better. Hopefully it's a win, right? That's what I really need to do, is a win. That's like huge. So that's what I'm up to. And this season, it's been a bad season for me. I'm missing some goals. I'm missing a lot of goals, but there's still attainable goals to be made. We got this Toyota Series. Let's get this done here. Then I go to the championship in November, and dang, there's a freaking $200,000 first place prize in that one. If I land that, well, this bad year suddenly turned into a great year. So not only do we have those two tournaments, first I got to do well here, but then also in October, I'm going to be going to the U.S. Open on Lake Mojave. And that's if I do really well there, like a top 5, man, that would be awesome. That would really, really help a lot for just, easing some of the pain that I've felt from my poor performance this year. So anyhow, today was my first day out on Lake of the Ozarks. And Lake of the Ozarks, by the way, I don't think I've ever cashed a check here, ever. Now, I believe they paid a 40th or 45th on this tournament. It depends on how many entries they get. So it may be 35th. It may be 35th. I mean, it just depends. So anyways, I would love to get paid here. I mean, just to get that monkey off my back. I've come here many times, probably 5 or 6 times over the years. And just every time, just have struggled to catch fish. So today was my first day out there. Basically, I got a half a day in. Probably got out there at about 1. I got in here last night at about midnight. Went right to sleep. Then this morning, it was raining. Got up, waited for the rain to quit. Got outside. Had to talk with the manager to relocate me to a different campsite here because the one that they assigned me was too short. So got a new campsite, and then took my camper off my truck, set up the camper. Then I went grocery shopping, stopped at a tackle store, all that. And so by the time all that was done, it was maybe 1 o'clock. And then I got on the water. Once I got on the water, I didn't catch much. I caught 2 keepers. They have to be 15 inches, I believe. So I caught one nice one, about 3 pounds. Caught another fish that was, I measured it. It was probably 1.5 pounds. It was a 15-inch 1.5 pounds, or it was like 15 1/4. I hooked up another fish that was probably a keeper, maybe just a little bit bigger than that 15 1/4 incher. Then I caught another one that was like right at 15 inches. It was one of those fish where you would have to measure it when you brought it to the weigh-in. Again, just to make sure it was right. I mean, it was a line burner. Caught a couple of short ones, but overall, it was not easy. It was kind of a tough bite out there. So tomorrow we're going to get a full day in, and so we got tomorrow, which is Sunday. We got Monday. We got Tuesday, and then half a day Wednesday, and then we got to come off the water for registrations, meetings. Hopefully it's a Zoom meeting. Usually that's what they've been doing. So yeah, so I got enough practice. My strategy here, when I look back at the fall tournaments, I have fished a couple of fall tournaments here, and I have had some good practice days here in the fall, but it never would hold up. I remember a guy by the name of Kurt Lytle. He won out here in a tournament that I was at here. That was many years ago. I remember I had another fall tournament. God, who won that other one? Anyways, a lot of what it comes down to is covering water out here, it seems like to me. So I'm going to be doing a lot of that, but also I probably got to spend one whole day just running the forward sonar. Maybe that's what I should do tomorrow. just get on the forward sonar and just go nuts with that. You know, just start looking in anywhere from 10 to 30 foot of water just to see what I can find off of forward sonar. And then that would mean probably swim baits and drop shots would be the baits I'd be throwing. So yeah, maybe that's what I'll do tomorrow. That seems like a good plan. And then if that doesn't work, then maybe head up the lake to where there's some darker water. And because that's what I've done in the past is I've run way up the lake, get in some darker water, some murkier water, and I've had some good practice days up there, but man, I never could put it together in the tournament. So, oh, the other guy, yeah, Todd Faircloth is the other guy that won a fall tournament I was in here, and he was throwing a spinnerbait. This is like back in the 90s. That's how long ago that is. And Kurt Lytle, when he was here and won, I mean, seriously, that was like probably like 2006 or 7, something like that, long time ago. So anyhow, and I fished some spring tournaments here. Takahiro Mori, he won a tournament that he just hit the scene, and he won a tournament out here in the spring. It was the springtime, and in that tournament, it was a Bassmaster Invitational. In that tournament, I was paired. That was back in the days where it was a pro draw. So there's no co-anglers. You drew another pro, then you had a discussion as to whose boat you'd use, and then you would also decide who would run the trolling motor half the day, and who, which half of the day would you run the trolling motor and which half would just fish out of the back. So in that turn, I remember I drew George Cochran, the legend, the man. And he finished like 7th or 8th in that tournament. I drew him on the 3rd day. We fished out of his boat because by the 3rd day I was not nearly as high as he was in the standings. He was in the top 10, and I was like halfway down the field. So so back then that was kind of what you did, is the guy who had, if it got to be to day 3, the guy who had the highest position usually went in his boat. So anyhow, I drew George Cochran that day, learned a lot from him that day. He wasn't really instructing me. I learned by just observing, watching what he was doing, watching how he was fishing, and that sort of thing. And learned a ton that day. That helped me a lot. So that would have been probably like 1996 or 97. And seriously, the stuff that I learned that day, I still carry forward to this day. So, anyhow, tomorrow, and the weather, it's super hot. Man, it's hot right now. But we are going to get a front coming through. It's going to cool down. The water temperature today was like 82. I was seeing 82, 83 on the surface temperature. Man, that's really warm. There's still mosquitoes flying around this place. Up in Minnesota, I had water temperatures like around 71, 72, and Minnesota's notorious for mosquitoes, but once you get in September, they ain't so bad. In fact, I hardly saw any. Come down here, I got mosquitoes. Not a ton, but more than what I had in Minnesota. But we're going to have this front come through. We're going to have water temperatures cooling down. In fact, I think the overnight low, like on Monday or Tuesday, was going to be like in the 40s. Oh my gosh, that's going to be such good sleeping weather. I can't wait. I can't wait for that. But anyhow, these fish bite regardless of, they'll bite regardless. They're a northern strain. They're probably going to like that. They're probably going to like it when that water cools down. They're probably going to like that. So, anyhow, that's all I got to say for tonight. Thanks for watching the video, and we will be back at you again tomorrow. Over.